You keep volunteering me for stuff. It's never gonna work. I'm gonna
Okay.
rest right there between the feet.
Well, no, Marcus he's got to fish him out. I'm not leaving a Templar like that. So
But
I'm
we
gonna fish him
are.
out, put him in one of the other spare boats, and gonna take him to the back to
Hugh
the
has
camp,
a
back to his
Hugh,
people.
Hugh has a good arm. We could lift Hugh down. I mean, we are paying him, right?
Yep, up front. 30 days.
Hugh's like, that's gonna cost extra, fellas.
Very
Okay,
well.
I
Why
go
don't-
to the pit. I go inside the pit and try to. But before going to the pit, can I try to check if there is something like a snake or something weird there that I will not die? Perception roll, something like this.
Yeah, you can do a perception investigation.
Search for what are they? Otyugs or something? Filth
Perception,
monsters.
perception or investigation.
Carrion crawlers.
Yeah.
Either or.
Okay, then go for perception on the tower, right?
Please. And you aren't seeing anything living in there.
Okay, okay. So then I go inside and will help to bring the dead up.
I'll help him.
Yeah, you got Marcus in there too. Yeah, not leaving him down there. Anyone going in's got a rope tied around him.
Okay. Yes, after some very nasty effort, you managed to get the Templar and everyone else back out of the pit.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, into the river, wash off.
We
Let
could
us
probably
never.
have.
Sorry.
We could probably have the jug produce some soap or something, right?
Or you can wash yourself for mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've got. Mayonnaise for days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it can't smell any worse.
Okay,
So-
you want to
Okay.
identify? Let's try to identify the scale mail.
I'm sure you're taking the Templar down with you to the river.
Yeah.
That'd be Marcus's vote. Yeah, he wants to return him to his people.
Yeah, we're checking his gear out to see if anything looks valuable.
I meant you're going to wash him.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Okay. You dunk the body and you don't get everything up, and it still smells horrible. But he has a suit of scale mail, which is most likely it's ruined after, just being exposed to the elements and whatnot in the bottom of the latrine. And you find a warhammer, and there is a pouch containing 5 assorted gemstones.
Woohoo!
That sounds good.
And I'm going to throw all that in the party sheet.
So the warhammer looks like maybe engraved or magical or something, or
No, it is just a standard warhammer. You went into the shit for 50 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all right.
No question.
That's all right.
Would have done it for 5.
Hey, 50 gold pieces is 50 gold pieces.
Isn't that another
Yep.
30 days for Hugh, right?
Exactly, I have to
That's
pay this dwarf.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. We'll go down here to circular tents now. And
we already scored big on the jug.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
okay, These are the large circular tents that, are either officers' quarters or command tents and set up with, the furniture and whatnot. And you're not finding anything of value. That the Templars have been back to the camp since it's been overrun and so forth. So they are pretty much empty of anything of value. And then at the southernmost building, you can tell that this was a shrine, partially built. And when it was attacked, and it caught fire due to overturned lamps, and everything is burnt out. You do find a silver holy symbol of Thorm still hanging by its leather strap on a peg.
I'll offer that to Priestess Undril, right?
Yes.
Don't think Tom was her deity.
And she will definitely take that.
Unless, someone else in the party wants to get in there first. I think it's valuable.
And
I'm not too big into holy symbols.
The other building is another set of latrines. No Templar this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Guess it's time to head on down the river then.
Which you points out that Camp Vengeance is 2 days downstream. However, your other quest for the Shield Guardian is to the west of you when you're going south, and he wants to know if you want to go that direction first or onto the camp.
Well, yeah, I think we sort of mentioned before that we were going to go to the Camp Vengeance first, drop off the priestess, return this Templar, so he can be, at least be buried or whatever.
Yeah, we don't want to be carrying the corpse around.
And yeah, I mean, he's going to be in the back of a boat, so.
Okay.
So yeah, onto Camp Vengeance. Yeah.
Do y'all want to camp here overnight and then head out?
Yep, we could do that. Sounds good, right?
Yeah. Let's camp, because then you can rest and recover our abilities that you might have.
We're gonna camp by the dinosaur monster's place.
Totally.
Crocodile.
I was thinking the axe beak thing.
Yeah, he's friendly, right? Or she?
He should be fed for a day, right?
Well, you do have this big temple that is
That's true. We could
protected
sleep
on
in a
3
temple, right?
sides.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty defensible. Okay, let's
Okay,
camp.
so let's go there.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. You camp overnight, which brings us to day 8.
All right.
You get a long rest?
I sure did.
Thank you.
Okay, eat another ration. Apply more insect repellent. Daily ritual.
How many rations did we spend until we arrived here? Because I missed the beginning.
Let's see. At the end of day 5, you had 18 days of food, and it is now day 8.
$15.
Oh, so 8 days. Okay, that's one too many.
Okay.
What do you guys want the jug to produce?
Well,
Water, I
I
guess.
thought we were
no?
going with beer.
How much water do we have right now?
I guess we could fill the water skins.
It is the sensible idea. Maybe at least until we get to Camp Vengeance, then we can have a good booze up.
And we have enough food, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
12.
And no one took those goofy bananas, right?
Just the one.
One's all you need.
Absolutely. Okay. You all set forth. And we now have a total of 4 boats. And so, with the jug and so forth, and the additional 2 boats, you're not as cramped as you were. And you start heading downstream. And, it's your typical hot day in the jungles of Cholt. And as you continue, you continue to paddle, and you're making pretty good distance. And naturally, you see the occasional zombie and other various forms of wildlife on the riverbank from time to time, but nothing that nothing that's putting you in any kind of danger on the river. And the day comes to an end, and you set up camp at the end of day 8. And we river map. And we'll use the same one as before. And you set up your tents and whatnot, set your watches, and settle in for the night.
I'll
let's-
ask Hugh if he knows how to gather some other types of food other than the rations. Maybe ones that don't make us dance or take a shit or something like that.
Yeah. Hugh says that there's a lot of food available in the forest and so forth, and a lot of the things that some of the things that eat you are safe to eat.
Like goblins.
I'll pass on that. But if it's any other recommendations,
I will keep my eye out and point out editable stuff as we encounter it.
All right, I will. Well, if we have a fire, which I think we do, don't we normally have a fire?
Yes.
I will get my iron pot ready and my cooking utensil.
Would you like Q to go out hunting?
I think
would.
no.
That was my suggestion. Yeah.
Okay. Hugh says I'll be back in a little while. And he grabs his battle axe and disappears off into the jungle. And while you're waiting, helps if I roll the right one. Okay. Hugh comes back with offhand. It looks like a couple of very strange-looking rabbits.
Excellent. I will prepare the rabbits in the Runehammer style. I am a cook.
Okay.
And the style that I will prepare the food in is Runehammer clan style, which is I will make the rabbits into a paste with my hammer.
Rabbit pate.
All right. You and Hugh enter into this deep conversation about dwarven cooking. Okay. And let's see. Marcus, I believe, was first on watch. No,
Yeah.
Gudrum.
Yep. Second, I think.
Okay. It's starting to, it's getting dark, and you're all watching this very creative cooking. And Gudrum, you notice something flying around the sky above you.
Okay, guys, there is something flying above us right now. Can I try to identify that, or like with my elfish eyes? Elfish eyes?
What your elf eyes see? Sorry.
Can I run something for that?
Yeah.
I can see in the dark too, so I'll just
Yeah.
take a look.
All right, so I run perception.
Okay. You see this creature
Okay,
flying
guys,
above you.
we are being.
Actually, you see 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell our colleagues, okay, guys, I see sturges. around us. Get ready.
And you can tell that they are very interested in you. So now would be a good time to make an initiative roll if you would like.
All
And
right.
if you don't, I'll hit you anyway. Got some high rollers this time. Okay, surge number 14 is going to fly down and land beside Runic. And let's see.
Looks like we're missing the priest and the axe beak and you.
We don't have the axe speak. He ran away. The priest is the number U.
I see a axe beak on the tracker
Oh,
though.
yeah,
the
they've
combat
got
tracker,
no
yeah.
initiative. They haven't rolled initiative. The axe speaker is going to help us out in a minute.
Wait, I didn't. He did come back or no?
He's
No,
been,
I did not.
I had
you
to
guys
take
are
him up
making stuff up
tracker.
again.
he's been following us.
And give you initiative. Okay. Yes, this creature looks like a cross between a large bat and an oversized mosquito. At the end of its legs, there's sharp pincers, and it has a long needle-like beak that slashes through the air. And it lands beside Hugh, and tries to hit it with its beak. And it does manage to puncture Hugh. And Hugh takes some piercing damage. And it has used its pincher legs to pretty much latch onto them. So both it and Hugh are technically grappled. And Gudrum, you are up, sir.
All right. I will fire my arrow against the surge. 16. Is a hit.
Yes, you did.
And one is down.
Nice.
Oh, these are easy.
Next one.
Okay, Sturge 2 is gonna fly over and land next to Melik.
No.
And you feel this beak sticking out of you. And it's you absorb the damage, but he is holding on to you. And Marcus.
Okay. Right. Step up to Melek and see if I can get this sturge off of him. If I can, safely detach it. I assume it might be tricky attacking the thing whilst it's attached to him.
Let's see.
Oh, it should be held in one place. It should be easy to hit.
Yeah, I would give you advantage on that. Because, you
Okay,
know, he's holding it, trying to pull it off of him, I'm sure.
Alrighty, cool. So go ahead and yeah, attack this thing, see if I can skewer it. There you go.
Okay. So you managed to drop him, and Malik drops the grappled effect. And Sturge 16's gonna.
Well, it's unconscious, right?
Yes, 16 is unconscious.
Not sure why.
Yeah,
Well, the
actually,
arrow attack.
yeah. Hugh, you're up. Shit, I'm Hugh, ain't I? Ooh, okay. Hugh swings, and yeah, he's just as confused as I am. Runic, you're up.
All right, I will cast Firebolt at number 14 and tell Hugh not to move at all.
I have seen this before.
There goes Hugh's eyebrows.
Hmm. I'm gonna move up and I think bash it with my mace. Whoops.
Nope. And let's see, he's still grappled. So he's gonna suck some more blood at you. Gudrum, you're up.
Alright, so I will move here. Attack. I will attack the Sturge 14. I still have myself. I will try to take the Sturge 14 from here.
Okay. Yeah, you get advantage on your attack.
Alright. Advantage. Right. Advantage was good.
Very good.
Pierce the Sturge with my short sword.
Yes, and you have a scourge stuck on your sword now.
Nice.
Roast him on the campfire.
Throw in the fire, get out of here.
And Adril comes over and gives you some healing. And yeah, we'll leave you with -2. Okay. Well, you managed to defeat the Sturges. And oh, that's funny. I'm going to give you some experience points for that. Have 13 experience points each.
Sweet.
Okay. You manage to defeat the Sturges. The rest of the night passes uneventful. And it is now day 9. And you travel throughout the day. That would have put you there. And that would bring you there. And at the evening of day 9, you arrive at Camp Vengeance.
Awesome. You have to take any. We got the food right from here, so we don't need to cut rations, I believe.
Right. And let me close some windows. Amazing how quick you can open windows in this game. Okay, you arrive at Camp Vengeance by river. And through the foliage, you see a crude timber fortification. It's a walled compound with watchtowers and tents inside of it. You can see it's encircled by a ditch full of these sharpened stakes. You see a large gatehouse facing the river. On the shore, there are 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post. And scattered around the fort, you see these piles of charred human corpses and flayed animal carcasses swarming with flies. Yes, this is a superior camp, and it's far more fortified and capable of withstanding attack than Camp Righteous was.
Learned the lesson, yeah.
However, just looking around, this is not a nice place. It's smelly, molds everywhere. It's just a very nasty place. The knights that you can see appear to either be sick or exhausted.
Well, the smell of our corpse won't bother them that much then, right?
Oh, so these guys aren't faring as well as we'd hoped.
And as you approach the camp, as you come in downstream, you can see that there are 4 rowboats tied up at the by the river. And put everybody on the map. Chronic and... Yes, you do see that there are 4 rowboats tied up along the shoreline. And as you exit the boats and so forth, you get a better view of this 20-foot deep ditch that's lined with these sharpened stakes. And behind it, you see the stout 12-foot high log palisade. And you notice that the spikes in the pits are not made from like tree branches, but they're from tree trunks. They're too big to be effective against small and undead creatures, and you figure, they're pretty much there to keep out the dinosaurs and whatever else might be in this area. And you see a gatehouse, and there's no way I'm putting all those on the combat tracker. You see 2 guards at the top of the guard tower that call down to you as you approach. Halt, who goes there? State your business.
All right. Yeah, straight on up to the gates. Marcus got that air of, he's exactly where he should be, and yeah, introduce himself and the group, and explain that we're travelers from Port Nyanzaru, and we're escorting this lady priest of Torm.
Yes, of which she steps up and she identifies herself as their new priest. And the guards look at one another and says, we've been expecting you. Please wait. And one of the guards disappears out of view. And
Okay.
and a second to modify some names here. And the guards that's left over is sitting there watching you. And over these 2. And I need the big die. We got just a tad bit farther than what I thought we were going to get today.
Thought the Sturges would do us in, huh?
Yeah, I figured you'd be a little bit longer at the temple, and while I'm putting stuff on the combat tracker, let's talk about the temple for a minute. Every single trap in there could have been avoided uh, by mimicking the crocodile riding the man. If you were on each other's shoulders, you could have just walked in, grabbed the jug, and walked right out.
Ah, of course.
So easy, right? No.
Now we technically we never said Runic got off of Gundren's shoulders, so come on.
That's right. You're my new beast of burden. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. Okay. And you go on the map. Where's
Was there like a second level we missed, or was that it?
of the temple?
Yeah.
No, that was it. Okay. Short time later, the guard reappears and yells down that they are going to open the gates and the commander will meet you inside. And they go about turning the mechanism and the levers that open the gate. And inside, directly ahead, I've got an image for him. They weren't very very nice with NPC images. But you see a gentleman just by his dress, he is definitely a Templar. And just by the air of him, you assume that he is the commander. He is standing next to a Lorsa who looks like like she is a hunter. And there are also two acolytes there to greet you. And as you approach, the commander steps forward and introduces himself as Commander Niles Breakbone, and he is the commander of this camp. And he welcomes you, and he turns his attention to Undril, and he's like, ma'am, we are glad that you are here, and here's a couple of the acolytes and so forth. We can't tell you how much we have needed you. And they exchange pleasantries. And then the two acolytes come over and start talking to Undril. And Niles is looking at you guys. Is there anything you would like to say initially?
Found one of your
Are we
Templars.
welcome inside?
Yes, you are welcome.
Okay, I will thank them. I will introduce myself as Runic Runehammer.
Nice to meet you, Sir Runehammer. And he goes around and meets the rest of you all. And he invite you all into the command tent, so you all can have a much nicer meeting. The acolytes do wait outside. And Lorsa comes in. And once again, he welcomes you to Camp Vengeance and so forth. He wishes that it was in better shape, but hey, it's in better condition than our last camp was. And, you know, he like, I'm glad to see that you all arrived by boat. And
Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
I was to say yes, and we point out that we've brought one of their fallen back with us as well for well, whatever rites and rituals are appropriate for them.
Oh, he appreciates it, and dispatches someone to retrieve the body and so forth. And yes, I really appreciate you returning our dead. Where did you find him?
At your previous camp.
We found him in the shitter, hiding.
Marcus sort of closes his eyes and gives that sort of look. I wasn't going to mention that, but
It
yes,
was
no,
not a noble death.
it is true. So we will need extra rope to string him up from the battlements as a coward and a deserter.
The commander thanks you for informing him of that and the circumstances surrounding his death. Unfortunately, one single coward is I have bigger concerns. This is a horrible place, and I've got soldiers that are sick from disease. I've got mad monkey fever, shivering sickness, and a couple of the guys even have throat leeches.
All right. Well, Mark still kind of like crack his knuckles and say, "Right, well, point me in the direction." He'll roll up his sleeves and go start curing some of those diseases. You can do 2 a day.
Yeah, I see why they needed a cleric, a priest.
Yes, and well, really, what I'm interested in is your boats.
Ah.
Yes.
And yes, why would that be?
I need you to carry messages and 7 sick soldiers back to Port Nyanzaru.
Bugger.
Well, we had some plans of our own.
Yes. Would there be any sort of a time window for us to make a quick journey into the jungle?
What are you wanting to do in the jungle that is more important than the lives of my men?
Save everyone on the planet.
Right now, everyone on the planet are the 7 sick soldiers.
See, so if we got enough boats now to carry them, and what's up with those 4 boats that are moored up there? Is that just lucky? Or did these guys have any boats already?
Yes, they do have some boats. Out of character for a minute, the commander would really like to have enough boats there to ferry everyone out in case of another attack. However, that ain't always the case.
There were 2 boats at the last camp, though, we saw.
Yep, so we could say we happily spare 2 boats, which together with the number of boats you already have, should be more than adequate to ferry these poor souls back to Port Nyanzaru.
You mean you're not going to take my guys? You want me to further weaken my position here in the jungle? I need you guys to take my soldiers back to the port.
Excuse me, were you expecting us?
No, I was not. But that doesn't matter. You're here and you have equipment that I need.
Now, maybe I could offer an alternative. What if they weren't sick anymore? Yeah.
I doubt
Good
very seriously you have the power to heal these people.
Oh, willing to give it a try.
And about this time, Undril steps up and she starts whispering in the commander's ear. And he's like, I don't care. And she continues whispering, and he's getting upset. And he makes a nod over to Lorsa. And he leaves the tent. And he's like, I don't think you all are understanding. I'm in dire situation here, and I need you all to take my men so they don't die. You know, you have some healing power, but can you heal all 7 of them right now?
Not right now, but quicker than it'll take us to get them back to Port Nyanzaru. It's taken us how many days? 8 days? I could cure 16 people in that time.
Yep.
And you need only 7 sick, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and you have two.
So what's your
Only
problem?
4 days.
Yeah. Come on, man. Are you having trouble with the math here or something? And give him a really stern sort of stare down.
Oh, how dare you insult me like that?
I asked you a question.
Look,
That is all.
Commander, we are here to help, but we are not going back to the port. As simple as that.
Oh, it's not that we're refusing to go back to port. It's just a matter of the numbers. We could cure them here faster than it would take to ferry them to Port Nyanzaru.
Plus, we've escorted your new priest, and we're offering to give you 2 additional boats. And we haven't asked for anything in return.
How much would it pay?
It's not going to pay anything. And the tent opens and the tracker comes in, and you can see that there's a few more guards with them this time. And he's like, you know, you can do it, or I'll arrest you for treason.
Okay, very well then.
There's got to be some way around this. I mean,
Yeah. We take them up the river and then dump them off into the water. They're sick and can't defend themselves, and then we carry on with the adventure. Out of character, of course. This looks like it's going to be. I mean, this guy's a total blockhead, right? So he isn't shifting. This is a one-way street, right?
No, let. I would still try to out of character. I would try to convince him, because in some other way you can explain our
Yeah,
journey
who's
to the
best
reason.
at convincing?
Well, I tried persuasion, tried intimidation.
Okay.
There's nothing going on here with this guy, so
As
I am
you,
not.
needless to say, you're all getting into a heated discussion, and a few more guards appear, and the hunter seems to be paying particular attention to what you're saying to the commander.
okay.
And about this time, Andrel gets that look on her face that every guy knows all too well when the wife gets upset. And she leans back over to the commander and quietly whispers heated words to the commander. And the commander just looks up and, like, he's shocked that this cleric would say something like she did, and he his whole demeanor changes and his tone softens, and he looks back at the group and he goes, I will take you up on the offer of the 2 boats and whatever healing that you can provide to my sick men. I would appreciate it.
All
Very
right.
well.
Gonna try
We
to
shall-
help then.
We
You
shall
are a
toast
wise
our
man.
shall toast our new friendship with this draft of fine vintage we discovered in a jungle temple, and pour him out some from the alchemy jug using the green cork.
uh,
Right.
he makes the comment, you should really thank the cleric. But you gentlemen are free to come and go as you please, and I will find other people to escort my soldiers.
All right. Well, give Undril a bow of respect and thanks. Yeah, I don't know what you said, but it seemed to work. So thank you for that.
As she's walking out, she tells you, we all have our secrets.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Some are not as secret as people would like them to be.
She's got some parchments of the commander with another woman.
Absolutely. And guys, I know it's a little early, but this is a great stopping point.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. That was a very good, very fun session.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Absolutely.